Second week, the second part of this week's waffling, I guess, the talk topic. We've gone through the transfer window. Cole Palmer, absolute joke at the signing. But let's get into the game, the big game this weekend. I think before we get anywhere, we need to discuss the fact that you dropped points at home last week to Fulham. And Man United clawed it back with some inspired performances after conceding 2 in 5 minutes. So Arsenal got a point to prove. They got to get points on the board. Man United will be looking to kind of kickstart. I think their season started. We do have a lot of injuries, but it'll be an interesting one. Who's at home?
Arsenal.
Okay. So if last week's anything to go off, you struggle. Score prediction.
I'm not going to make that sunny day at the Emirates comment again, I'll tell you what.
Let's hope for some drizzle. Score prediction.
Oh, man, I think we're going to play you off the park. I was confident last week and got knocked down a peg, but you know what? Damn it, I'm confident again. I think our team's fantastic, and I think you guys have been honestly pretty shit so far this season. If Tottenham can beat you 2-0, we beat you 3.
Ever the optimist. I think Spurs are better than you at the minute anyway. Andrew's got them playing. So, you thinking 3-0?
I'm going to say 3-0 at the Emirates.
Didn't you say that for Fulham? And then I said 2-2.
Yeah. You'd take a 2-2 here. I know you would.
Ever the optimist. I'm going to say 2-1 Man United. We'll
Away
see
from
though,
home.
mate. Don't put last week. Yeah, I mean, you said 3-0 and I said 2-2 last week. Who was right?
I'll tell you what. So last year, the same fixture at the Emirates. Me and this guy right here, we went to the pub for the game with some friends of ours as well. And it went fantastically.
Good
It
game.
couldn't have gone better.
Very
and
good game.
and Saka scoring a belter into the bottom corner against De Gea. And then he did the Rashford celebration in the corner. I could do some more of that, Bukayo. Please make it happen.
Big game. I think both teams need to win, and I think both teams will come under some real heat if they fail to win this weekend. If United a draw is okay for them, I think Arsenal need to go and win off the back of last week.
Based off our ambitions, that have been catalyzed by last year's success, we should be winning this game. At home, United don't look good. This is the type of game we need to be picking up points in. It's a big game, and we need 3.
Especially with the pace of City coming out the blocks.
Yeah.
Last week they conceded and then immediately turned the switch and went and scored up the other end with Pep not even there, which is crazy. So
yeah,
you guys need to win. I don't know if you will.
Last week we're unlucky. Wasn't really unlucky. We switched off for the corner. They were a man down. We should have won that game handedly. I didn't quite like the substitution choices from Arteta near the end of the game. We had the lead and we decided to take the foot off the gas, and I really think we could have throttled Fulham and just scored another 1 or 2 and finished the game off. But we decided to sit back. I do think that, when we get our first 11 in, we can play pretty much everybody off the park. And this season, despite the fact that we dropped points to Fulham, for 90% of the game, we were honestly looking very, very comfortable. Had them held at arm's length, and that's how it's been for every game this season so far. I think we'll be holding United at arm's length, and they'll be trying to counter us with Rashford. So yeah. I do think that if we can make use of the possession that we're going to have, we'll be beating you this weekend.
I think it's a bigger game for Arsenal than Man United. I think the injuries we've most recently got buy us a bit of time, buy Ten Hag a bit of time before real pressure. But I think you guys have got to turn up. I think that Thomas Partey plays centre midfield with Declan Rice.
I don't think we'll be seeing Thomas Partey at right back this weekend. I don't think we'll see that. I think we'll see Ben White going back to the right.
Ben Wright.
Ben Wright going back to the white. Yeah.
Great white back. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko.
I don't know what is going on with Gabriel.
Gabriel, whatever.
I would love to see him back in the lineup. He's one of our best players, and last year was one of the first names on the team sheet. I'm not entirely sure what's going on this season, but it would really make me comfortable if we saw him start.
Yeah, I think that's your back four. Raya or Ramsdale?
It's going to be Ramsdale.
Right.
I think we won't be seeing a change in goalkeeper until the Champions League gets started.
At centre midfielders, I'm saying he's going to play Partey next to Rice with Odegaard in front.
I think that's our big three midfield. For the
Solid that though.
yeah, for the big games. I mean, you've got all the bases covered with that midfield three. I'm really, really confident if they start.
I think he goes Martinelli, Saka, and Havertz through the middle with Gabi Jesus.
So we did go Havertz in the Community Shield. A lot of people are saying that's our big game lineup, but Nketiah scored 2 against United last year. One of them a game winner, and I really would not be surprised to see Nketiah start this weekend.
Who knows who plays for Man United? Onana. Lindelof's going to play centre-half with Martinez.
Yeah, Varane's out, isn't he?
Dalot and left-back. Basinkel's right-back. Casemiro. Bruno. Ericsson. Worry about Ericsson's legs. And then Rashford. Martial. Anthony, probably. I think that'll be our starting team this week. But I do think we pick up a result this week, and I think there's a bit of pressure on Mikel.
You're confident about picking up a result this week?
Yeah, I am. I think 2-1 Man United.
Explain. Why do you think that?
I think you guys have got more pressure on you than us.
I just want to say this is the part where we really start waffling, because if United lose against Arsenal this weekend, they are in a state.
I think you're in more trouble if you lose.
The fans are already upset with how this season has been going. This guy's only half a United fan, and he's still upset about how it's been going. They've been woeful. They haven't looked good, but yes, they've picked up a couple of results. But I really think that, there's a domino effect. If we beat the brakes off you this weekend, you're going to be in real trouble.
I think that you guys are trying to match Man City's pace. I don't think you can. I think you're optimists. I think that Man United are going to be playing fairly free because there's not much expectation on them. And I think we can go and get a result. I think
saying there's not much expectation on a team, on a club like Manchester United, is folly.
Well, I think most Man United fans at the minute think we're rubbish. I think we want to be better, but you guys know you're good. You guys should be right up there. I think you're going to struggle this week. I think you play the same way every week, and it's getting to the point where if you can't break them down in route A, whatever you want to call it, plan A, you struggle.
I think that last year, part of our problem was that we did play the same every week. I think that the reason there's been some growing pains and some stutters so far this season for us is that we've been playing different every game. We have new players who can allow us to play a variety of ways, and the interview yesterday with Arteta, the reporter asked him about play style and things like that. Arteta gave him a fantastic metaphor about different ways to get to work when certain roads are shut down. Pretty much
so boring.
Pretty much representative of the fact that now that we have a real team with variety available, we're going to be able to set up in a more acute manner for every single game. And I think that one of our strengths this year is going to be the variety we can provide, as well as, to reply to your point earlier about slow start, fast start. Last year we started extremely fast and we were red hot coming off the blocks, and then we faltered at the end of the season. What I think we'll be seeing this season, and I think there is a concerted effort to do so, is that we're going to start with some growing pains and finish strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say when you've started terrible that you're going to do better.
Haven't started terrible.
Yeah.
Haven't started
Fulham,
terrible.
2-2. What I think is you talk about variety. Yes, you've got new names that can fill in new positions, but you play the same.
We don't.
All right, we'll see, won't we, this weekend? I think you're going to struggle.
We've been playing Thomas Partey at right back. We have not been playing the same way. We are very, very different. In every game we look different at the moment.
Because Gabriel can't stay with the manager. He's fuming at him for some reason. Thomas Partey's not at right back because he's got this super tactic. Thomas Partey's at right back because Gabriel and Arteta have fallen out, and he's trying to prove a point to the rest of the team. Same with Aubameyang.
If we wanted to play the same as we did last year, then we would just slot Kiwiori in at left centre back and keep playing Ben White at right back and keep the same exact movement.
You do play the same. You've not done anything different. There's no plan B. You try and break teams down. You try and get it wide, invert your wingers and play those underlap balls. But teams are reading it because it's the same thing over and over. You don't have a way like Man City can play 3 or 4 different ways to break a team down. You guys are plan A or bust. And that's why you got caught out early on. That's why you got caught out at the end of last season.
I couldn't disagree more. We set up completely differently, and we have ball players in different positions of the field
formation.
now. We do not.
How do you not? 4-3-3, right?
At the moment, no, we're not playing a 4-3-3. At the moment, when in possession, we've got a 3-back. We got Kiwior, Ben White, and Saliba. Saliba in the middle of the park, spraying the ball around. And for the most part, we look like we're trying something new, and I think that explains the growing pains. I think we're going to really, start to come into our own as the games move forth. And I think, in my opinion, we're going to be seeing the Arsenal come into their own this Sunday.
Zinchenko and Ben White inverted last year, and you had 3 back when they did that. This year, Partey and when Zinchenko's playing, they invert, and you have 3 back.
Zinchenko hasn't been playing. We've been playing Kiwior, and he's not playing that Zinchenko role.
Tried it badly. But when he's in, you play the same way. You're trying the same things. The ball moves around the field the same way. And if your 2 wingers don't do something special, or Odegaard can thread a pass, you've got nothing else.
And can I just say, not only do I disagree with that comment, but we will be seeing our wingers and Odegaard doing something special this weekend.
Let's see then as we get ready for the weekend. I'm saying 2-1 Man United. Arsenal will do absolutely nothing different. They will struggle with their plan A.
Ten Hag is a bald fraud.
And you're saying 3-0 Arsenal because you've got all these new players that you can do all these different things with?
We've got new players, but the goal scorers are going to be similar to last year. We're going to be looking at
not Gabby
Saka
Jesus,
contribution. Gabby Jesus will be getting minutes this weekend, 100%. I don't think he's ready to start quite yet, but he'll be getting minutes. But I think what we're looking at here is a Saka, Odegaard, and Martinelli show, and Declan Rice cleaning up the mess.
Bruno's going to have him in his pocket, mate. Unbelievable footballer. So
he's going to be whining at one point.
You will be whining.
For everybody out there listening right now, I know there's a lot of you. At one point, or at least at 2 points, Bruno will make a shocking claim for a penalty and look like his life depends on it. I know it's going to happen. I said this last week. He's my least favorite player in the Premier League, and nothing makes me happier than when we beat United and Bruno looks miserable.
We'll see this weekend, won't we? I think, to finish out, if Man United lose, it's going to get less bad press than if Arsenal fail to win at home.
I believe that. I don't think it's because of the reason you think, though. I think it's because, for the most part, the press loves to see the Arsenal falter. Showed it last year. Every step of the way, the press is on Arsenal, and then, wasn't much talk about United last year. Wasn't much talk about Chelsea, even though they're finishing 12th and stuff like that. So I think anytime Arsenal drop points, it's a big deal in the press. But realistically, if Ten Hag gets waxed this weekend after having already a poor start to the season, you're looking at a very, very poor Man United.
Right, but we do have injuries. We're scraping right now. And I think there's less pressure there, which is why the press would be less on a Man United poor performance than it would Arsenal failing to win again and you trying to go challenge, which isn't going to happen.
Right, so let's work through the injuries. I know we were going to cut this off short, but he's just made some annoying comments, and now it's, my skin's crawling. So who's injured for you?
Sure.
Go break it through, yeah.
Sure, our best left back, probably the best left back in the league.
It's outrageous, but continue.
Varane, World Cup winner, 4 times Champions League winner, maybe 5.
Not what he was at Madrid.
We've got Mount out. We got...
Who cares?
Our striker is not in. What's his name?
Actually, I did read that he's going to be fit for the game.
Probably not going to play, though, is he? First game. So through our spine, you've lost your centre-half, your left-back, who's probably first name on the team sheet most of the time, and Mason Mount, who's...
Luke Shaw on that United team is first name on the team sheet?
Probably.
What do we think? People out there, leave a comment. Think of give us.
How is he not though?
Give us your opinion on Luke Shaw being the first name on the team sheet.
If Luke Shaw's fit, he starts for Man United.
Yeah, 100%. First name on the team sheet over Bruno, Casemiro, Rashford.
Man United fans, what are we thinking? I think Luke Shaw's the best left back in the land. and I think Man United's a better team with him in it. Anyway,
What else can you say, ladies and gentlemen?
we're done for now. Week 2 with Wafflers. Eventually, we'll have a link at the bottom to subscribe. But enjoy game week 2 of the Prem. Game week 2. It's like game week 4. Week 2 of the pod. And we will waffle next week. We have a special guest next week, Mr. Richard Ainscoe.
Rick Ainscoe, ECMS volunteer.
Fellow Manchester United fan. He's actually from Chorley. And
He acts like it as well.
he claims to know a lot about football. Yet to be seen. It's like a summer transfer. Yet to be seen. But he'll be on, and we'll probably be discussing the all-time Premier League 11.
That'll be a great conversation.
That will be next week. Rick, go and buy a microphone. We've only got 2. And
This isn't a charity case, man.
yeah, pull your weight, brother. We will also catch up with the Arsenal Man United.
Yes, we
result,
will.
because
Come on, Arsenal.
All 3 of us have skin in that game.
Come on, Arsenal.
I hope you like the new layout with the podcast. We tried very hard in the kitchen. We've got the lights set up. It looks a lot better. We will improve further. We need to get some sort of background going. Pop a comment on, did you like it? Didn't you like it? What do we need to do better? Do we want to just get rid of this waffler?
We're working on a body double for this guy over here. We're trying to get somebody a bit taller and cooler. So
You won't find somebody cooler, but you will find somebody taller. Subscribe. We will see you soon. Waffle on.